Hello, my friends. Today I wanted to record this video and do a topic about recruitment revealed. So, I want to talk about the 5 reasons why I'm absolutely in love with the recruitment industry. This is going to be juicy. So, make sure that you are paying attention to everything I'm going to say because I'm going to drop all the tea on why I really came to love the industry. So, for those who don't know me, my name is Kimon Napier. I'm the founder of Higher Breakthrough, and I help founders to find diverse, qualified talent. So, this is going to be a really, really good conversation. I actually had somebody ask me this question recently because they were so intrigued to learn as to how I transitioned from being an HR professional into the recruitment industry and why I decided to make that switch. So, I'm going to talk about the 5 reasons why I actually decided to do that. And I'm absolutely in love with it. All right. So, the first one is I'm helping people find their dream jobs. I can't tell you how fulfilling that is as a person. It just always makes me feel like I'm giving back because I remember when I was on the opposite end of the table trying to find the job. And I just remember feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm going to all these interviews, I'm having all these conversations. It was such a tiring and tedious process, not to mention that most recruiters don't follow up with you. So you're kind of out there in the weeds wondering, like, okay, are they interested in me? Are they not interested in me? Did my application fall in a black hole? And so when I started my recruitment agency, Higher Breakthrough, one of the things that really brought me joy was helping people really connect and find jobs. And I hear it all the time from candidates. Wow, I never knew this job existed. I would have never found this had it not been for you. And so it's always been a goal and passion of mine to really connect founders and connect really diverse talent so that it's a mutual beneficial relationship. And that's why I've always loved and enjoyed what I do. So that's number one. The second one is I'm also building meaningful relationships. So that's the other thing. You'd be so surprised that people that I have either placed or people that I've had conversations with, whether they're a client or they were a candidate, how much that they remember me just from the conversation. And I've been able to build some really great long lasting relationships just through my business, just by having a conversation. And even candidates that didn't necessarily get placed in a client that I was hired to help them find talent for, they actually remember me, and they always say like your process was just so inclusive, and I felt so in the know, and I was glad for the updates. And they always say, like, if anything else comes down the pipeline, please contact me. And so that always makes me feel good because, coming from the other side of the table in a corporate setting, it never felt like a meaningful relationship. It either felt like you were getting the job or you weren't going to get the job. And 9 times out of 10, people were always left feeling like they've been jilted. I've heard that from candidates all the time. I know I used to feel that way when I was actually job searching for myself prior to becoming an entrepreneur. And so, the relationships that I'm able to build with candidates, clients, and other colleagues is what I really love the most, because you never know where somebody's going to be in the next week, in the next year, 10 years, way down into the future. So it's always a chance and opportunity for you to connect with diverse sets of people, and you're going to always learn and grow from them. So I love those meaningful connections and relationships. The third one is, of course, the business growth. I can't tell you, how much flexibility that this industry has provided me in my life. For those who don't know me, I'm married. I have a daughter and the whole 9 yards, and it's given me a flexibility that I could never have foreseen for myself in a corporate setting. And what I mean by that is not only the money, because I don't know if you know, but to drop you some statistics, the recruitment industry is expected to grow to over $218 billion this year. So people are hiring, and they need recruiters to help them find the talent, right? Because it's not the easiest thing, for somebody who's maybe like an HR director and they're trying to do all their HR responsibilities, but usually the recruitment stuff is actually, falls on their shoulders, even though it's not something that most HR professionals actually like to do. And so there's a lot of growth in this industry, and companies really are turning to recruitment professionals to help them find the talent they need so that they can expand. And there's so many different types of recruitment. That's the thing. So it's an industry that is constantly growing. I mean, if you look at statistics, over even the past 10 years, it's consistently growing every year. And that's really, really exciting. So, of course, there's the monetary benefit, but also, the benefit that you are growing as an individual. Been able to meet people from all walks of life. I've been able to get opportunities that I would have never have gotten if I hadn't actually started my recruitment agency. So, building that visibility and authority is really helpful in your career, because of course that's going to help you with the relationships and the connections that you make, that you're going to be making. So number 3 is the business growth. Can't express how exciting and rewarding that actually is. Number 4 is the networking opportunities. Again, I talked about, meaningful relationship, but also in recruitment, you're in touch with so many people, whether it's clients, candidates, people kind of want to pick your brain, because people are hiring every single day. So you meet people from all walks of life. And it's actually really, really exciting because you're able to build all types of relationships that you never know sometimes where referrals will come from too. So I've spoken to people for like 5 minutes, and it's not like it was some in-depth conversation, but I've had a conversation with somebody, and down the line, something will come in, and when I ask them, well, how did you hear about me? It's through somebody that I actually met and had just a quick conversation with, because as I said, recruitment is a very big pain point for a lot of founders, for a lot of business owners, for a lot of companies. And so building a strong professional network has really helped me to amplify in this industry. It has been able to make me a thought leader as well in the industry. People know your name in rooms that you're not necessarily sitting in, and that's just a great thing to have in business. And the recruitment industry is providing me with that and then some. All right. And so I would say number 5, the sense of accomplishment. There is no feeling that I could describe as the feeling when you actually make a placement for a client and just seeing the joy and the reaction on their face. Because like I said, it is a pain point. You have people out here who have been looking for talent that they need in their companies for weeks, months, sometimes even years. And when you as a recruiter is able to help them find it quicker and actually find the actual talent that they need, there's nothing like that feeling in the word. So I love the sense of accomplishment, because you're not only finding the talent for the actual company, the founder, the business owner, whoever, however you want to name them, the CEO, you're also connecting a candidate to a job. And I would say in this day and age, there's nothing like that feeling, because, like I said, sometimes a lot of candidates who are on a job search feel like their resumes and things are going in a black hole, when they are actually ecstatic and they have joy about actually getting into a position. And then when I connect with them 1 year later, 2 years later, and they're still in that position and thriving, there's nothing like that feeling. It makes you feel so accomplished because you were able to connect the two. And I would say, out of all of the things that I discussed, that is one of the most top reasons why I love the industry and why I love what I do, because it's helping somebody to step into their next level. So, we all know on the corporate ladder, I remember being in there and feeling like, oh my gosh, I have to get all these milestones in order to get to the next level, because the structure is a little bit different. But when you are a recruitment agency, you can decide to hire for any type of company you really want to hire for. You can niche, or you can leave it general. It's really up to you. But the beauty with that is that you're able to get people even more ahead sometimes than they would have necessarily done it for themselves. So I've had people come in and they'd be like, man, I really, really, really want this job. And when I'm talking to them and vetting them and seeing how qualified that they are, but in their corporate careers, right, they've been stuck and stagnant, and they're able to maybe skip 2 levels, 3 levels ahead. It's just a priceless feeling. So I would say those are the 5 reasons why I absolutely love the recruitment industry. So I've just revealed to you all the reasons why. And so what I really want to encourage all of you, so if you've ever thought to yourself, like, I really want to offer recruitment as a service. Maybe you have some type of HR agency. Maybe you are an operations consultant. Maybe you're an aspiring recruiter, or maybe you're trying to make a career pivot into recruitment. If you ever thought about those things, I want to share something that I've been working on. So I've been working on a really intimate beta program, and I'm actually looking for beta testers for this program. And the program is really designed to help you start your own recruitment agency, help you start it, help you monetize it. This is not going to be something where it's like you're going to sit here and just learn theories. No, we're actually going to build this recruitment agency from scratch. And you're going to be coached by me, somebody who's been successful in doing that. And as you can see, I am not stressed or pressed. And so I want that for all of you, especially in this climate. So I've gotten the question too, like, come on, why are you doing this? It's almost like you're training your competitor. No, I'm not. I'm not training any competitors. The recruitment industry is so vast. There's so many different types of recruitment. I'm in one lane. You can be in a totally different lane. But what we need to be doing out here is making this money. It's $218 billion that this industry is projected to make just alone here in this year alone. And so I want everyone to grab a piece of that, grab a piece of the pie. It's a lot of money. And if you are able to actually, start this business, monetize it, and make more money than necessarily having a 9 to 5 job, or maybe adding an additional stream to your business, why not do that? That's an amazing thing to do for yourself. And so if that's something that you're interested in, what I want you to do is I want you to DM me the word secret, and I will send you more info. Now, this is going to be extremely limited. It's going to be intimate because I'm actually going to be doing this with you. You're going to be coached by me. So DM me the word secret, and I will send you more info for you to actually do all of the steps. So you're going to be coached by me. You're going to get resources. I'm going to train you, because I wish that I had this when I was starting off. It would have saved me a lot of time and suffering, but I want to accelerate you further. One thing that I also want to note too, if you are also working in a corporate setting and you are looking to step out of that and maybe start your own recruitment business, or you want to do this in addition to your 9 to 5 job, that option is there for you. And I actually encourage this option, because one thing I want to tell you is that in our economy, in life right now, when companies are doing layoffs, typically the first person to get laid off internally is a recruiter. And the reason for that is because if they are having budget cuts, they're not going to be hiring. That specific company is not going to be hiring. And so I always say it's always great for you to have something else of your own, right? So to have a recruitment business, for you to actually, if you want to make more money, you can do that and have your 9 to 5. Or, when companies are doing these big, massive layoffs that they're doing, you have your recruitment business and it's successful and it's monetized and it works, because I will be teaching you everything that I know and everything that I've done in order to make the money that I've made in my recruitment business. So if that is of interest to you, like I said, this is going to be extremely intimate. We're going to get started in June. Only limited spots available. So DM me the word secret and I will send you more info. So until then, make sure you send me a DM if you're interested, and I will talk to you soon.